Hey everyone, welcome back. My name is Tabitha Whiteside. This is episode 3 in the Inktober-October experiment that I'm doing. I've sort of decided that part of this is to create the habit of creating. There's this book by Twyla Thorpe that I will try to find an image of to put on here. If I don't, then I've found a link that I'll put down in the description box for you to check out, where it's called The Creative Habit, I believe, or The Art of Creating. I think it's The Creative Habit. But anyways, in that she talks about things that she does and other creatives that she knows, what they do in order to put their minds in a state of creating in a way that makes it a habit. Because as creatives, if you are creative, then you know that the inspiration comes and goes, and if you make creativity in a way your livelihood, your way of funding your life, then you know that you can't fully afford for inspiration to come and go. You can't afford to wait for inspiration. So I think that's part of what God's trying to get me to do with this month, is to make a habit of creating. So part of what I think is meant to come from this month is just the art of creating a habit of creating, and a realization that I do have a little more time than I might have otherwise thought I did, because I have been trying to make YouTube a way for me. I've tried YouTube for 10 years. If you go back on my channel, you will see that I've created videos for at least 10 years on this specific channel, but I think I did it before then. For a long time I've created videos, and I've not seen much of what I would deem, or what the world in general would deem, as success from those videos. I have one short film that's about 7,500 views now, and that's about that is the video with the most views, and it's kind of a random video that went viral in a way, but not much else from that, and I have sort of stopped. I've gotten into this cycle of starting and stopping and starting and stopping, and hearing that whisper to start making videos again, and whatever it is, just a pull, a tug, a burden. I'll start to make the videos and then I'll stop, be very discouraged because I'm not seeing the numbers. I've created expectations that I'm not seeing, and so therefore, since I'm not seeing those expectations, clearly I didn't hear God right, or I wasn't right in what I assumed, or what I was gathering from what God was speaking to me. but it's always coming back. I've always come back. And so with this, I've got to be, how do I say, dependent, that's the word I'm looking for, on God, because I'm making this and then posting it essentially. So whatever I say, I've got to trust that God's talking through me, because that's what I'm praying for him, is to speak through me. And that he'll give me the inspiration and the idea on whatever it is that I need to talk about. And then it's also just doing it. Like it really is creating a habit of getting used to this new setup. I mean, God has blessed me with a studio, something that I have prayed for many years. A dedicated space to create. Over the years, I've been blessed with equipment here and there. I've been able to purchase what I need, or have remarkably found amazing gear at garage sales, estate sales, etc. Just amazing deals on some of the gear and tools that I have. But for this reason or that reason that I've given myself, or an excuse that I've given, I haven't created, especially in a consistent sense. Part of it, I think, is striving for virility and thinking that a massive explosion is how this is gonna come through, because why wouldn't it? And then another part is just, I don't know, just being unsure and letting that self-doubt in a way come through. You know, it's one thing that's hard for me when it comes to YouTube videos specifically, is that I have knowledge on how to do filmmaking. I have experience in doing filmmaking. And yet I don't have the time to do it. Truly to do it in the way that like my brain wants to do it. Things that I see, the way to have some videos shot and produced. Currently, I don't have time to make them in the way that I want to. And so, yeah, anyways, I have these excuses for why I haven't been able to create, and what the videos that I would love to create, that I literally have storyboards and scripts written for. I think it's just in due time, like eventually I will be able to produce those videos, even if I am doing it by myself. But man, I feel like Frankie from Briggs and Frankie, just talking to a camera, but as if it were my therapist. Anyways, I don't know, I just need to create the habit and sort of see that, like, do what needs to be done in a way. Does that make sense? So I mentioned a few videos ago that my husband and I were Messianic Jews, or Torah observant Christians. Either way is pretty much the same. And we just had Rosh Hashanah, the Jewish New Year, a few weeks ago. And each New Year, I pray for a word, a declaration from God over that year. And this year's word was whisper, which came from my husband because I was not really hearing anything, and maybe that's because I wasn't hearing the whisper. And sort of a phrase for this year is one day at a time. Like, take it one day at a time. Because for at least a good portion of 2023, my husband and I have been, our family has been like go, go, go. We bought a house, we moved, had a baby, haven't really stopped since. We've had many gatherings, and it's just a whole thing. And God has worked very big for us this year. But it's sort of like, sort of a reminder to, not a reminder, it is the word for this year, is to whisper, or is to listen for the whisper. To take it slow. Take each day at a time. And that goes back to part of why I think why I'm being led to do this daily video series for October is I'm not doing this at the same time every day. Videos are not being posted at the same time every day. I mean, yesterday's wasn't up until 9 o'clock because it took a long time to be able to sit down and edit it. And it took a long time for it to upload. So, I don't know. Sort of rambling, I suppose. Anyways, I suppose my final words would be to take it one day at a time, to create a habit of creating, to find the small things that you can do each day so that your brain and your creative spirit understands, okay, I'm getting ready to be creative, and whatever God's telling you to do it. Be obedient. Don't let it take you 10 years like it has me to be fully obedient to the prompting and the ushering that's coming to you, and to stay diligent. See you tomorrow.